in person. So I mentioned earlier, District 4 has 20 parishes that are part of District 4. And a lot of them are fairly rural. And it, like, from a mathematical perspective, with the number of voters, doesn't make sense to go there. And so people haven't. And so my team, we're trying to find a coffee shop in every single parish that will host us
That was
between
Stacy's
now and May.
idea. Remember? Yes.
Yes.
I'm like, Stacy,
Yes.
I love that he took you up on that idea, that meeting we
Uh-huh.
had after you were on the live.
Yep.
Stacy
Yep.
talked about I think coffee with a candidate or something she called it.
She said like Mondays with Matt.
Yes, Mondays with Matt.
Yes,
Yeah.
mornings with that. Yes. So yeah, we're taking that and doing a coffee tour of the whole district, and we've done one already, and then tomorrow and Saturday we're doing another one. We're going to be in Benton at the Latte Room if people are in the Benton Bossier area, and then it's so much fun. We were down near Lake Charles, so like the most southern part of the district, for a different event, and we were an hour away. I was like, let's just go over and like, let's do something. Let's take advantage of us being geographically here. So we've been doing like coffee in the morning and then canvassing after. And so then inviting anybody who wants to, come to coffee. And if you want to stick around and then canvass with us, great. If not, then it's just going to be me and my team. And we had it was the Lake Charles area, over 25 people showed up. People, like Lisa, people had never talked to a congressional candidate before. They printed out articles and information and put it in a folder to give me, because they're like, I don't know if I'll, ever see a congressional candidate again. This is what's the most important thing to me. And you could tell it was like handed with this like utmost care and compassion. And it was just like the most amazing day. And then we canvassed as well. And we had 7 people who were at coffee with us come canvass. Only 3 signed up, and then 4 more were like, yeah, let's do it. Cool. So yeah, we're trying to hit every parish. If you're in Louisiana in District 4 and you know of a coffee shop that will host us, we've gotten like approval, positive feedback from 8 parishes already, and then a few maybes. But yeah.
No, I love it because, just like logistically, and I'm just thinking strategy wise, you have like a coffee shop full of like people hopped up on caffeine and ready to go to help you canvass.
Yes, let's go. How many coffees do you need?
Yes, how many coffees? And they're like all like they've been talking about strategy, and they've been talking about winning and they're like, and they're ready to go out and knock on doors. Yes, I love it. No, I just love it so much. So I know you guys don't have money for like internal polling or whatever. Right. So for the Democratic primary, like you are pretty much going in blind, right? You don't really know where where people are at.
Unless you talk to them.
Unless you talk to them. And so when you talk to people, when they, you're talking to them about the Democratic primary, not so much Mike Johnson, what are they saying? Do they know a lot about Conrad Cable, or like what are they saying?
So the primary system completely changed. So about 80% of the people that we knock on doors have no idea there's a primary.
No.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Yes. So most of it is just voter education. Of the 20% that do know there's a primary, hit or miss on if they know of Conrad or not. He lives in Farmerville, so like where I'm up in the Shreveport area, it's about 2 hours to the east of me. So in that area, he's known. But going down south, nobody like really knows either of us. Like nobody's traveled there. Nobody knows anybody who's run in forever. Mike Johnson does sometimes go down a little bit because there's a base that's kind of in the middle of the district, and so he'll hang out in that area. But most of our districts has just been like completely abandoned. We drove up to the Arkansas border and met this man who he's been voting for 48 years. and he's never met a candidate.
What? Never.
Because nobody ventures to go up
Wait.
there. And
Oh my God. So I bet you he was shocked that a candidate came and
yes,
knocked on his door.
yeah, he was like, "This is crazy. Like, I'm gonna tell everybody. This is great. Like, I mean, and like, thank you for voting for 48 years. I wish everybody was
Oh my
consistently voting like that.
goodness.
Yes.
I mean, I'm stunned. But you know what I think? I really think, having worked on campaigns, I think that you're just going and knocking on doors. Am I right?
Hmm.
You don't have like a list of Democrats and Republicans and all that stuff. You're just going and knocking on doors.
What we are a little, because of the primary.
Mm-hmm.
We're maybe a little more strategic, but I mean, we're knocking on a bunch of doors. We're talking to a lot of different people.
Right.
Yes.
So you're talking to people who are, vote
Hmm.
Republican, Independents,
Yep.
Democrats, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Where I think that Conrad, because he's the Democrat establishment candidate. They are what they're doing, because I know what they're doing, is they're giving them a list of people who reliably vote Democrat, and they are just calling
Sure.
those people. That's all.
Yep.
That's what they're
Yep.
calling those
Yep.
people, and they're knocking on their doors 4 or 5 times. That's what
Hmm.
they're doing, because that's how they do. That's how they run
That's the
campaigns.
playbook.
That's the playbook, right? So that's
Hmm.
why when you're talking to the people you're talking to, why you're finding people that never met a candidate, that you're finding people that
Hmm.
don't know who Conrad is, because those people aren't being talked to. And
Hmm.
I think that they are going to be surprised. I believe that you're going to win. I really do. I think you're going to win the primary. I don't know. I just got a really good feeling, and just the way you're addressing things. And because people are just so sick of the Democratic establishment, almost as
Hmm.
much as they are the Republicans.
Hmm.
And they really like grassroots candidates, and you're so genuine in everything. But I actually think, regardless of what happens, the Democratic Party is going to get, I think that they're going to get a real freaking shock. I really do, when
Hmm.
the people that come out to vote in the Democratic primary are not people that are people that have been voting in Democratic primaries, is what I'm trying to
Hmm.
say. So, what are the
Hmm.
rules in Louisiana for voting in a primary? Do you have to be a registered Democrat?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you
Yes.
for asking. This is
Mm-hmm.
great. So yeah, they changed all the rules and barely told people about it. There's some information, but so we no longer have anybody who on paper is independent. So they took away the term independent, and now everybody
I
is
don't like
no
that.
party. Yes.
Oh, no party. So there's no
No
parties.
party.
Oh, okay.
So
So it's Republican, Democrat, or no party.
right.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Um, so if you are a registered Democrat for the primary, you get the Democratic ballot. If you're a registered Republican, you get the Republican ballot. And then the good thing is that I think, because everybody should be able to vote,
Mm-hmm.
that if you are registered no party, when you go in on election day, you can choose which ballot you want.
Okay, that's how New Jersey is. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you have to stick with that whole ballot. So
Right.
you
Yeah, you
can't,
can't do both. Yeah,
you can't do both.
yeah, you either got to vote on the
Um,
Democratic ballot, or the Republican
right.
ballot for the primary. You
Hmm.
can vote for
For the
whoever you want
primary.
during the
Yes,
general, right?
correct, correct. And so there's this huge population of people who, like, some of them don't know that their affiliation changed from independent to no party. A lot of people don't know what no party means. There's a lot of misinformation or just like really confusion about if you're allowed to vote or not. So, I think I saw somebody on the chat about like volunteers and phone banking. Um, we're compiling a list of, well, one, volunteers if you want to help us phone bank, and then a list of the no party people, and just calling and voter information. Hey, did you know that you can vote?
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be great if you chose the Democratic ballot and voted for me, but regardless, please vote. There's an election in May. Every election is so important, and you have the ability to vote on May 16th, or early voting May 2nd through 9th. So that's what we're doing. If you want to be a part of that team and help us, just contact people and tell them that their vote matters, their voice matters, and that they have that opportunity. So many people don't know that they can.